12.6 grains of Winchester 231. Stats on that should be 16,800 psi according to quick load, and velocity should be around 1350 if quick load estimate's correct. Won't know until we run it through the chronograph. But let's see what we got. Probably not going to eject. 1380. Here's the actual. It was 1380. Okay, I need to look at the brass. Okay, let me wipe the back. And this is brass that's been used a lot, so I'm looking at the primer. The back of the case could be scarred up a little bit, but that's perfectly acceptable. Okay, so that last one was 12.5 grains. This is going to be 13.6. 1376 is actual velocity. Estimated velocity was 1413. So 1376. There's my brass. Primer looks good. Actually 14.6. I was skipping a series there, skipping a step. 14.6 grains. $14.53 was our velocity, actual velocity. Actual was $14.53. So you can see quick load does a pretty good job at making estimates. It's not perfect, but it does a pretty good job. Let's see what the brass looks like. Okay, there's our brass. Again, primer doesn't look too bad. And this is old brass, been used many times over. 15.6, and that will take us to 24,200 psi. We're getting up to a little past 45 ACP plus P. Should make about 1,200 foot-pounds of energy. And I'm not expecting it to eject. But it did. It actually did eject. Here's our brass. Actual velocity is 1,546. So that appears to be a viable load. Now the question will be, does it cycle the action enough to where it will chamber another round? And that I don't know. We can maybe test that. We're going up to 16.6 on this next one. So 16.6. This is about 45 superpower. Again, this isn't really a powder I'd use to run 45 super either. It's a little faster burning than what you would typically expect to use. Okay, it ejected, again, just like the last one did. Estimated velocity was going to be 1577, actual is 1635. So here's our brass. $16.35. $17 grains, $2.31. 17 grains, $2.31. Estimated velocity is 1598. It will be higher than that. And again, notice the bolt isn't being locked back either, so empty magazines. Okay, camera died on me and I don't know how much I lost versus not. So this is 19 grains. It's supposed to be 34,000 psi. It's supposed to be just under 1,700 feet a second. Well, the last one was 79 feet a second faster than what this estimate is, so this may end up coming close to 1,800 feet a second. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens. There is the way our brass looks. Okay, let's see what we got. We know it's going to eject, but I don't expect it to lock the bolt back. It's an empty magazine. If there is enough pressure to fully cycle, it will lock it back. Pretty heavy recoil. 1,800 feet a second on the nose, which was 1,669 foot-pounds. 1,800 feet a second, and estimate was 1698. So a little over 100 feet a second faster. Our brass. There's no real flattening or anything on that. Still defined edges on the primer cup. Now really, there's nothing really unsafe about that. Not enough energy to cycle the action though. Alright. 1,800 feet a second. And let's walk down. Let's take a look. I was just shooting at a big piece of paper. I have no idea what the grouping is going to be. No magnification and old eyes. So I mean, if it's paper plate grouped at this distance, I'll be pretty happy. Since I was just sort of shooting at the center. That's not too shabby. I mean, we did have a flyer over off to the right, but that's probably me. But, I mean, that's a little bit larger than fist, and that's about what my point of aim was. I think I was aiming about right here, so I might just be a touch low. I'd say that's viable. I would say 231, if you're not worrying about maintaining a semi-automatic action for Bushmaster, will absolutely work.